Hi everyone. So, wow, this is a very long awaited vlog slash video, sorry. Okay, last time I uploaded a video, I was 33 weeks pregnant, and obviously it's way beyond that. My due date was June 5 was my due date. And the reason why I didn't get to vlog like 34, 35, 36 weeks and on is because I ended up having my baby early, 4 weeks early to be exact. And since we didn't know the sex and we kept that a surprise, I ended up having a baby boy. And there goes my motherly instincts, because I swore up and down I was having a girl, but turns out he's a boy, and we couldn't be any happier. I feel so absolutely blessed. He has been just a huge miracle. I ended up having him at 36 weeks and 4 days. I went into labor 36 weeks and 3 days. So I was in labor for a total of about 16 hours, which I guess isn't too bad as for most first-time mothers. But yeah, he decided to come 4 weeks early. I was one of the 15% of women whose water broke. It happened at 2 o'clock in the morning. I was sitting right here in my kitchen writing out my thank you cards from my previous shower, and I just felt this gush of fluid coming out of me. I thought I was peeing my pants, and it kept coming about every 15 minutes. And I've done my research on, your water breaking and all that stuff, but I was in denial, both me and my husband, especially me, for a while, because I wasn't considered, full term yet, because obviously full term is considered 37 weeks, and I was 36 weeks and 3 days. So I was anxious, but I wasn't panicking at all. But I was anxious because I was like, no, I was not ready yet. Emotionally and physically, and we still had to return a bunch of stuff from our showers, and I just wasn't ready to not be pregnant. I at least wanted 2 more weeks with my baby inside, because I was having a very good pregnancy, but he wanted to come, so what can you do? My water broke at 2:11 in the morning, and the contractions started at 4:30-ish in the morning, and I basically labored at home until about 8 in the morning, until my doctor's office opened, basically, just so I can go see my doctor and not have to go to the emergency room, because when my water broke, I wasn't feeling any pain. I wasn't, and I've read about it. You have 24 hours until, you can basically have your baby or whatnot, or when they need or when an infection can take place and all that stuff. But anyway, we ended up at the hospital about 8:30 in the morning, and they took me into triage because my doctor was in surgery performing a cesarean. So triage confirmed that I did, in fact, my water did in fact rupture. So they admitted me to the birthing center like ASAP, and put me on antibiotics just in case, as a precaution, because my water did break. And it started from there on out. I was doing really great during my labor the whole time. I did not have any medication whatsoever, up until later that night, about 9 p.m. Oh, and when I went into triage, I was dilated 3 centimeters, and by 9 p.m. that night, I was 7 centimeters, and I was in the worst pain ever. The really awful, terrible pain started at about, I want to say 6, 7 p.m. that night, because I started having back labor. And for those of you women who've experienced back labor, it's like, it's undescribable. It's bad enough having contractions in your belly region, but when you have the back labor, I can't. It's like unbelievable pain. I ended up having to get an epidural. I was in so much pain, and I had probably slept about 45 minutes that entire time because I was laboring at home, and I was trying to sleep, but I couldn't because I kept having to wake up every 15 minutes to 30 minutes because I kept having fluid kept coming out. So I had to sleep because I knew by the time that this baby came, I was not going to be able to push because I was exhausted. And I was in a lot of pain. So I did. By 9 o'clock that night, I asked for an epidural. I was doing so well. I was on my ball, and I was doing all my breathing, and it just hurt so bad. My back was killing me. For those of you who've had back labor and have done that naturally, I commend you, because I seriously thought I was going to die. No joke. It was horrible. Oh. But I'm glad I got to experience the pain I got to experience, because I can actually say, I can be one of those women who say, oh, I know exactly how that feels. And I'm glad I did. I'm glad I hung out and did the best I could. Even my nurses were proud of me, so I did the best I could. He ended up coming at 1:58, 1:57 in the morning. So from 9 to about 10, 9, from about 9 to midnight, I got to sleep for about 3 hours. And when I was ready to start pushing, I pushed for about an hour. So, yeah. It was a very smooth delivery. He had no complications. He did not have to go to NICU. He did not have to have any crazy tests done. There was, standby nurses, obviously, but he was perfect. And he was wide awake. He was ready to come out because he was wide awake. But he only weighed 5 pounds, 13.9 ounces, and he was only 17 3/4 long. He was absolutely tiny. But, oh yeah, he's here, and he's a blessing and a miracle, and I'm just so happy with him. My husband and I are both so happy. I do feel a little cheated that my pregnancy ended so abruptly, because I was expecting that I was going to have him early. I just felt it, but I thought a week or two early, not 4 weeks. But again, he's healthy, he's happy, he's never had any problems. He did have a little bit of the jaundice, but he didn't even have to go under the light. But because he was considered a preemie, we had to stay an extra day at the hospital, which, by the way, can I just say this out loud? I think every hospital in America, or, what have you, they need to have more comfortable beds. They need to invest, especially in the maternity ward or department, they need to invest in, seriously, like the Tempur-Pedic beds, just for at least maternity, because us women have to lie there for like 2 to 3 days, some women more, and try to nurse, and they're so uncomfortable. It was impossible for me to sleep. It was just so uncomfortable. I don't know about your guys' experience in your beds, but mine were horrible. I loved the room because they were updated. I love my nurses. I love the doctor. I love everything about my whole labor and delivery process except those damn beds. Ugh. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there. Yeah, so we stayed that extra day. I felt like that extra day, we literally felt like we were there for 2 weeks. It was just like dragging on forever. But he was born May 11th, again at 1:57 or 1:58 in the morning. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember. He is officially 3 months and 2 days. 3 months? Yeah. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it, how time has flown by. But that's why I didn't get to vlog. I was in labor. First of all, I went in labor 2 weeks later because I was going to vlog that week, but I went into labor, and since then I've been busy with this guy. Our world is turned upside down in a different yet amazing way, but obviously I no longer sleep. If I do, they're in increments. He has not gone down for like a whole night's rest yet, especially because he's nursing. So yeah, I am breastfeeding exclusively, and it was a trial and error in the beginning, especially because he was early, so his jaw muscles weren't fully developed, so it took some time for him to really latch. And for those of you who have a lactation center and consultants, I recommend them. Just like other moms who say that, they're amazing. They saved my whole breastfeeding experience. I called them a few times after, and just by the suggestions they gave me and helping me out, you know, just with their opinion, suggestions, they're telling me what to do, and you know, it changed my whole breastfeeding experience, and it's kind of been a breeze ever since. And so after that first, I want to say like 2 to 3 weeks of like just trying to get him to latch on, and I had to supplement with a little bit of formula for those 2 to 3 weeks because he wasn't latching onto obviously my nipple and getting enough nutrients and enough milk. So, but after that, he's been fine ever since, and he's a big time nurser. So, I keep looking over here because he's lying down on the couch. I put him down at 6:30. And it's 9:50, and he usually does not nap right now, but he did not nap a lot today. So I was going to bathe him at about 8 o'clock, and he's just not awake. So I think he's out for the night, and he's probably going to wake me up like at midnight to nurse. So, which is odd. That won't happen. That never happens. I have him on a pretty good schedule now, but you know, they're infants. What are you going to do? Anyway, I'm rambling. Okay, so I just want to let you girls know that I am alive and I'm well, and our son is here, and he's just amazing. Motherhood's been very good to me, and he's a very good baby. I know a lot of moms say that, but I am not kidding you. Like, I have not had any problems with, you know, because I've heard stories, let me tell you, from my girlfriends and their babies. I've not had problems with colic, acid reflux, screams and cries and not tantrums, but screaming and crying, and none of that stuff. He is so easygoing, which kind of scares me because, you know, some people say, well, wait then till he turns 2. So I don't know, but he's an absolute angel. He's a really, really good baby. He's very easygoing. He doesn't require being carried a lot or anything like that. The only time he cries is when he's hungry. He usually, like I said, I have him on a schedule. He usually wakes up now, since he's 3 months. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and 7 in the morning is when he wakes up to nurse, rather than every 2 hours. But yeah, so I just wanted to fill all of you in and let you know what's going on. And yeah, it's been very, very easygoing so far. So I am going to do more videos, hopefully. I've been loving watching all the other moms on here with their vlogs. I absolutely love it, especially now because a lot of moms are doing Veda, and I just love watching vlogs every day. So I obviously am not starting on that because it's too late, but I am going to do a tour, not a tour, but I guess like our co-sleeping video, like our situation that we do, and kind of a little tour of his nursery / my workroom, and show you guys how we're doing all that, because I love watching all that, and I get really good tips too, so hopefully it helps some of you guys out. But anyway, for all of you other moms who had your babies, congratulations as well, and I will be talking to you guys soon. So, bye!